の子ゲームズ始まるよ。おはこんにちは。ポンコツゲーマーなのに死にゲー大好きたのこです。今回もいつも通り 1.5 倍速でサクサク進めていきます。前回はボスが弱くて拍子抜けしたたのこです。メインストーリーアンバリットへを進めていきます。実は前回から少しずつスチールライジングが楽しくなりつつあります。さてコンパスで進む方向を確認しておきますか。開かないの。あ、フックがあります。これ下手したら気がつかない場合あるんじゃないでしょうか。鍵もらって開けるとかで良い気がするんですけど。無視して進んでも良いのですが、一応倒しておきます。だいぶ戦闘がサクサクになってきました。慣れって怖いです。でも動画 1.5 倍速なんで実際はもっともっさりなんですけど、うんこ踏ん張りアタックのおかげで戦闘はだいぶ快適になりました。相変わらず属性ダメージ痛い。扉を蹴破って進みます。アイギスちゃんならこのくらいの扉初めから壊せそうな気がするんですけどね。わざわざこんなことしなくても進めるんですけど、楽しくなっていろんなところにうんこ踏ん張りダッシュで進めるか確認してみたくなってます。あ、自爆希望者が来ました。相変わらず君自爆好きだね。道中サクサク進めて1個目の上下に到着です。近くにサブクエがあるので進めておきます。さてメインミッションに戻って進めていきます。キョロキョロするのはこのゲームでは必須です。どうやら反対側に渡る必要がありそうです。なんかそっちに行けそうです。やっぱり行けました。うんこ踏ん張りアタックでサクサク倒していきます。ついでなので赤ブッチャーも倒しておきます。パックも盛り上がった。スルーすればよかったと後悔してます。よし、楽勝です。戦闘が少し楽しいと感じてます。下の敵は面倒なので無視します。なかなか順調です。道中サクサク進みます。 もやもやがあるので中ボスがいますね。君が中ボスか。まあ楽勝でしょ。攻撃自体は見慣れた攻撃です。まあ君ごと敵ではないでしょう。実はなんか凍結しないなって思ってます。名前がフロスト、アポライト。名前からして明らかに凍結に強いやつです。マジですか？作戦変更、ファイヤーキック作戦で炎上狙いです。実は意外とキックの射程があることを今知りました。前回使えないと判定してごめんなさい。なかなかいいダメージです。ひたすらファイヤーキックの繰り返しです。とことん燃やしてやるぜ。炎上してるのでもう少しですかね。よし、復習完了。なんか今回ゲームのテンポが良いです。気のせいかな。ベスタを起動します。なんかすごく順調。求めてたのはこのスピード感だよ。スチールライジングやればできる子でした。反対側に渡る必要があるようです。楽しにゲーならどちらかの死体が生き返りそうなんですけどね。未だにジャンプの飛距離感覚が分かりません。意地はされました。
The debt was no longer sustainable, Your Majesty. Your mechanical revolution has changed the face of the kingdom, but the coffers are woefully empty.
The debt, Monsieur Necker. This debt that you and your banking friends helped to create for your own benefit, and which is now forcing us to levy new taxes. Will my subjects be able to bear another tax?
Yes, Your Majesty, as long as it is distributed fairly. The representatives of the nobility, the clergy, and the Third Estate must come to an agreement. That is why we have convened the Estates General. Tomorrow you are to preside over the opening ceremonies.
Your Estates General. Nothing good can come of it. You have roused the spirit of rebellion. All I hear about are their damned cahiers de doléances. My rightful enjoyment is being challenged. The streets of Versailles are teeming with loudmouth fanatics with sacrilegious thoughts. Tell me, Monsieur le Ministre, have you purposely set this army of the unwashed against me?
Your Majesty, I have always been your most faithful servant.
Beware, Necker.
Beware.
I have a surprise in store for anyone who dares attack my throne.
めっちゃボスでできそうな雰囲気です。ですよね。でも今回パートが短くてこの後すごい面倒なお使いイベントあるんじゃないよね。背中にカゴ背負ってる。作戦は遠隔攻撃で凍結狙いです。チャンスがあったら踏ん張りアタックも使っていきます。このゲーム眼薬消費して特殊技使わないと厳しいゲームです。 でも負けると弾薬不足で非常にピンチになるのでゲームバランスは実は結構崩壊してると思います。なんか流し始めた？こうに飛んできた。到着したら必殺技。マウンティの追撃含めて3回はできますね。この雰囲気だとに3ターンで倒せそうです。うわっとんだ。攻撃は全体的に隙だらけですね。このゲームパリーができれば簡単らしいんですけど、ポンコツなタヌコにはこのゲームでパリーを決め続けるのは不可能です。そのジャンプ攻撃自分の方がダメージ大きいんじゃないの？攻撃が単調なので戦いやすいボスです。めっちゃ隙だらけなボスです。凍結解除されるんだ。スタミナ管理失敗。遠距離攻撃と踏ん張りアタックの繰り返しです。次凍結させたら勝てそうです。体力回復も潤沢にあるので回復しながら安全に戦えます。攻撃範囲広いな。凍結したのでとどめです。よし、楽勝です。
My dear Suzanne, take my hand, please. Don't let them take me away. No, no, this has to stop. I don't want to be tormented anymore.
That is not my intention. I have come to rescue you.
Rescue me? But what on earth are you?
It is of no importance. What did you see and hear before you regained consciousness?
I had frightful visions, rageful wraiths filled with pain and sorrow. And it was cold enough to curdle the blood. Oh, it's impossible to describe. All the rage and anger. I was in another body, I think. So big, so powerful. And there was this commanding voice, ordering me to spread terror and death. Did I really hear it? Or did I momentarily lose my mind?
Who are you, monsieur?
Don't you know? I'm Jacques Necker, Ministre des Finances. Well, I was before I was captured. But this situation suggests that the king has decided to dismiss me from his service.
What does he accuse you of?
My alleged connivance with the Third Estate, no doubt. And, most of all, for having been the first to ask to convene the Estates General.
How and when were you captured?
When the machines attacked, my wife and I fled our home, to hide not far from there, in the Église Sainte-Marie. But we didn't stand a chance against the machines. They overran the nave, wantonly mowing down the faithful. My wife, my poor wife, she wasn't able to escape. I'm sadly convinced of this. As for me, my life was spared only so I could be tormented. What is the meaning of all this?
What will you do now?
There is no future for me in this kingdom. I need to find a safe place where I can prepare for my departure as soon as possible.
I will take you to the Cordelier convent. You will be safe there.
ワープ。マジか、お使いなしで話進んだ。
A la bonne heure, she's back. Aegis, what a joy and relief to see you again.
Monsieur,
Welcome to our stronghold. I'm sure that everyone here is aware of the great debt we all owe you. As you can see, the most exhausted among us are growing stronger, while the most determined are already planning our counterattack.
I did not expect to see you all together.
4 days ago, the representatives of the Third Estate gathered in a tennis court. They swore not to separate until they'd established a constitution for the nation. But that was not the only oath we swore. All the honourable men who were at Versailles, representatives and patriots, members of the Club Breton, secretly swore to meet here if they were dispersed. You, Aegis, have allowed them to gather once again. Though unfortunately many are missing, we still have hope.
Why did you choose to meet in this convent?
It was my idea. Voyez-vous, I stay here whenever my obligations bring me to Paris. No other retreat inspires such peace and contemplation. Et puis, truth be told, this building has always felt like a fortress to me. Just look at how thick these walls are. For 2 whole days, the patriots in the quarter consolidated the outer walls to make it an impenetrable citadel. No automat has broken through our defences yet.
Where are the monks, mon père?
They are secluded in their quarters, praying for the salvation of the people of Paris. However, we bear no illusions. We are weak, we are divided, and we are unarmed. Without you, without your warrior strength, we have no chance of turning things around. You are sent by heaven above, Aegis. From now on, you may consider the Cordelia Convent your headquarters and a welcome refuge. We must speak, you and I, in private, if you please. Monsieur de Lafayette must not hear a word of what I'm about to tell you.
What do you mean? You all seem to be certain that I will use my strengths to serve your cause. Are you forgetting that I have a task to accomplish?
Not at all, madame. We all know and support your plan to free Monsieur de Vaucanson. That is why I've taken the time to think of a way for you to get to the Bastille.
I am listening.
There is a patriot in Paris whose pamphlets have aroused Monsieur de Lafayette's ire. His anger is so strong that the poor man had to disappear to escape arrest. I know that he is secretly hiding in the quarries in Montmartre. A labyrinth he is said to know like the back of his hand. If anyone can help you navigate the obstacles that keep you from the Bastille, it is the elusive Monsieur Marat.
Very well. I will go and find him. Monsieur Necker,
I owe you my life, madame. So I am embarrassed to ask you for anything more.
do not fear. You have my full attention.
Suzanne, my beloved wife. I cannot bring myself to accept her death. Despite all the evidence, I still hope to see her alive again. I need to be sure. Mon Dieu, what have I done to deserve such a fate? Why is the king sworn to destroy me? And all that I hold dear, after everything I've done for him, my abnegation.
Why would the king owe you anything?
I dedicated my life to the kingdom as his minister. Well, my life and my fortune as well. I refused to accept any remuneration for my services, in order to keep the accounts balanced. And I personally filled the king's coffers with 2.5 million livres from my own private accounts, bonds in the Caisse d'Escompte, which the king keeps in a tailor-made armoire d'affaires in the Palais des Tuileries. He stores all his secrets there. I'd wager there's enough in there to sully his reputation 100 times over. You must retrieve these bonds post-haste, madame. They must not be used to allow this madman to build more murderous automats.
Do I have any chance of opening it?
Don't even think about it, madame. Despite your incredible strength, that safe is said to be impenetrable. It was designed precisely to that effect. I personally never had access to it. I suppose that its contents were too unofficial for the honest minister that I always was.
Who has the key?
The king does, that's for sure.
Anyone else?
How could I know? His shadow advisors, most likely. Now that I think about it, there's a rumor that has been going round Versailles for a while now. It's said that Monsieur de Mirabeau used to come and go as he pleased at the Tuileries, that he oversaw diplomatic missions for the crown. Not in any official capacity, of course. Who knows? He might know more about this matter than I do.
I will ask him. I will look into what happened to your wife.
Bless you, madame.
Where should I start my investigation?
In the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. We were separated in the Église Sainte-Marie, on Rue de Bourgogne.
I shall be off.
You are the only hope of seeing my beloved wife again, and of foiling the plans of the clockwork tyrant.
Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, we are very pleased to see you again. It was very unwise of us to leave the Société without such a capable bodyguard as yourself. It is a miracle that we got here safely.
See you later, perhaps. Monsieur Raymond,
Go on, Aegis.
what do you want to talk to me about?
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
No, monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massiac, just west of Les Halles. It counts some of the wealthiest plantation owners in the empire. Those from Saint-Domingue and the Petite Santilles, our most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going, and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money, and their greed is matched only by their cruelty. Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre to settle some business with the Admiralty, when I overheard a conversation between 2 planters from Bastère. If they are to be believed, the Club de Massiac is plotting to create sleepless slaves, des esclaves sans sommeil. Those were their exact words. It's hard to say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night, without rest. Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell. Aegis, we must look into this. It is a matter of great urgency.
You speak of greed, Monsieur Raymond. But could you enlighten us as to what makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood, I would be condemning them to the most abject misery. No, I must act with both compassion and realism.
Any reform, revolutionary or not, must be taken step by step, with moderation and prudence. This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing.
Don't you see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land. Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you. Now is no time to quarrel. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying. We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as quickly as possible. Aegis, you are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hotel de Massiac alive.
マジかこれで終わり。なんで初めからこの感じでゲーム作れなかったの？いつもならここから移動だけのお使いがあるのに、これならポンコツレビューで80点くらいは上げてもいいね。今回は非常にスピーディーに物語が進みました。ボス倒した後の移動お使いがないだけでこんなに快適になるなら初めからこうはできなかった理由があるのでしょうか？今回は非常に楽しかったです。これからも動画を投稿していきますのでよろしくお願いします。高評価、チャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。